the fact that he scored 0 touchdowns last year. There's still a clear-cut role for Jakobi Meyers to fill in here.
The kid can absolutely play. That is clearly what you want to invest in when we're talking about sleepers, right?
Look at the release.
There's your separation.
Great route.
Stutter and go. Gets by clean.
That is unbelievable.
May be the greatest catch I've ever seen.
Oh my gosh, Jakobi Meyers. And I got to be honest with you, when you first talked about Jakobi Meyers, I was like, come on, no. No. New England threw the ball the second fewest times in the NFL last year. Cam Newton is still the projected starter. Like, I'm out. No. I don't care about Jakobi Meyers. But then I read the profile. Then I started doing a little bit more digging. And I gotta be, it's interesting. At least by the numbers, Jakobi Meyers is a very interesting prospect, Matt.
Yeah, and even if you look at just like straight up stats, obviously nothing's going to stand out to you in terms of like the fact that he scored 0 touchdowns last year. That's because Cam Newton he threw a touchdown.
He threw two passing touchdowns.
That's right. Did not catch any touchdowns. How many touchdowns did Cam Newton throw last year? Like 8?
Yeah, maybe. Two of them were
Jakobi Meyers threw 2.
Yeah, exactly. It's amazing.
Unbelievable. When you adjust it to like yards per team pass attempt, like yards per, like the share of the team's yardage and like how much more he was producing over the other guys in that offense. Like he was actually like clearly cutting above the best pass catcher in New England last year, which I know isn't saying much, but I don't think we should assume that just because Hunter Henry, Jonnu Smith brought in, they also bring in Nelson Aguilar and Kendrick Bourne. I think that when you look at that offense, there's still a clear-cut role for Jakobi Meyers to fill in here because he is a really underrated separator. 80th percentile success rate versus man coverage score, 72.6%. And you've got the route tree pulled up right now. Like, no shock. Yeah, he's not a vertical threat. You see that right there. The 9, the post, the corner. Those are not his strengths. Underrated separator. He's in a range where he can really get open, get separation for whoever's playing quarterback this year. And I think too, James, it really depends obviously on who's going to end up being the starting quarterback. When Mac Jones takes, and I think it is a when, even if he's not having a great camp right now, I think he is eventually going to get out there. Like at some point, that's going to make the passing offense at least more voluminous, maybe more efficient too, maybe because he's still a rookie quarterback, but definitely more volume for guys like Meyers, who I think would be a real good fit there as the interior slot receiver.
If it is Cam Newton or if it's Mac Jones, I think either way, Cam Newton has obviously lost a lot of velocity, a ton of velocity. He still is more of a dink and dunk quarterback at this point.
Yeah.
After all these injuries, Mac Jones, a rookie. I mean, come on, he's a rookie. Like, I doubt he's going to be looking to uncork big balls down the field. Jakobi Meyers, even from the slot or the flanker or whatever you want to put him at, look at the greens. I mean, it's all underneath stuff. Like the digs, the out, like it's all there. And to be honest with you, it was a bit of a shock and a surprise for me to see such great scores across his entire route tree. Obviously not a downfield guy. The guy ran a 4.63 40, which is shockingly slow. Like a 4.63 40 is like, I don't know how many receivers are out there that are going to have some kind of starting role or a big role in offense that are that slow. And Matt, I think you were probably even surprised to find out a 72.6 success rate against man, slightly better than CeeDee Lamb in 2020.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's just in a really good range of guys that we like to bet on. 80th percentile, 72%. That's not like bankable. Let's go. He's going to be a superstar in the way that we felt about guys like Diggs or Calvin Ridley or Terry McLaurin in the past. But bringing it down that threshold a little bit, there is still a lot of confidence that you can have in those players. I really think Meyers sets up well. And one more note on this too, I've got Julian Edelman's 2019 success rate by route chart up. And by the way, Edelman's route chart looks pretty similar his entire career. His three of his most successful routes: slant, dig, out. You see on Jakobi Meyers' route percentage chart over there. Guess which routes he was running a lot last year?
That's
slant, dig,
That's it.
out. Obviously, Brady's not there, but still, he basically just got dropped into that sort of slot flanker hybrid role that Edelman has played at different times depending on the offense. And I think that Myers is still the favorite to be one of the top 2 receivers in New England. I think he just might be their best receiver right now. Like, I really think he's underrated.
So this is the crazy thing. You can get this man for free in fantasy
Totally
drafts.
free.
I mean, he is not being drafted. This is a person that is absolutely off the redraft radar. 100%. Go to Fantasy Football Calculator, search Jakobi Meyers. His name does not come up. But even when you're kind of sort of taking a look at just the overall like raw numbers for this guy, obviously he led the team in receiving yards, targets, receptions last year, which is not saying a lot. But dude, the guy didn't start until week 8.
Exactly.
Right? And
Exactly.
as a starter, he averaged 7.4 targets, 5.4 receptions, 66 yards, and again, did have those 2 passing touchdowns. Now, 5.4 receptions, 66 yards per game as a starter, like that is, and again, as a young second-year player, that is clearly what you want to invest in when we're talking about sleepers, right?